influencer, and
Yeah.
she has 8 things you should tell yourself every single morning. So, um, number one, something cool is going to happen for me today.
I like
So if
that
you
one.
expect something good to happen, you may find a lot of good things happen, right? Because if you're looking for the good to happen,
Yeah.
you might be like, I saw a cardinal and that was a good thing to happen. And later it's like, like I got somebody saved me a piece of cake, or, which would never happen
Yeah.
around my house. But
Somebody didn't cut my name on my birthday cake.
well, he cut the letter. Yes. We just talked about this. And my child Jackson is a heathen because he cut the T,
Petty.
and then
Petty.
he denied it. I was like,
While eating cake. Well, I don't know what you're talking
he's
about.
like, I didn't have
I
a cake.
don't.
I'm like, I saw you on the Ring doorbell coming from the garage from the because we have a fridge out there, bringing the cake in on at least 2 occasions. So whatever. Um, Number 2, I need to give myself more credit for how hard I'm trying.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
good.
when I was sitting there watching the rest of the boxing class,
Yeah.
I forgave. They should add this too. I don't know if it's one of them, forgiving yourself, because I forgave myself. Okay. I was like, whatever. Okay.
Like, look, I
I
came, I tried.
I
I'm
do
good.
not care. My husband was sitting there and he wasn't necessarily laughing at me, but it was fine. I did not care. I
Listen, you
was
did
like,
something. You did something.
these people will never they'll never see me. Possibly they could never see me again. So they may, if nothing else, they have a story to tell somebody.
Listen, man, I
So
try to use that logic with my wife so we can have sex in public. It does not work with her. I'd be like, look, you'll never see these people again. Who cares if they see you giving me head? Just do it, but it doesn't
I
work.
am trying. You are. I'm like from what's that what is that called? Standards and practices. Hello. You can't. I have to be able to with a clear conscience to click. Is there any? Is this explicit? And I always say no,
No.
because I figure profanity is not necessarily explicit. It's a way to express yourself, but
Right.
you can't talk about fellatio. Okay, we can't do that.
I'm,
That's a
you
different
can.
rating. It's a
Okay.
different rating, and I want to
Okay.
be. I don't want to
Right.
offend.
Look at me. We're not gonna offend anybody.
I mean, even though we are 2 live recruiters, so you clicked on
I
our
mean, I
name.
thought we were
I'm
uncensored.
like,
I thought we were two
I
uncensored
know,
live
and
repeaters.
we are uncensored, but I want to be able to swearing, fine. I want to be able to, like I said, with a clear conscience, click what it says. Is this explicit? To say no.
All right. All right. I
No.
will I will use my eloquence. I'll use my eloquence and my
Paint
extensive
or stump,
vocabulary
yeah.
to paint pictures without actually
Okay.
saying the words.
Oh Lord, have mercy. Um. So what were we saying?
We're
Oh,
talking about the
I lost my.
being able
Oh,
to say
yeah.
good things
I was
to
saying
yourself.
forgive myself because I did
Yes.
not. I
Hmm.
was like, whatever. I'm not going to feel bad.
We shouldn't.
Whatever. Yeah, whatever. So, um, number 3, an exciting new chapter in my life is beginning. So I guess if every day that you wake up is the start of the new start of your life. Guess if
Right.
you think of things that way, so it's pretty cool. Number 4, I'll keep showing up. Life will reward me.
Hmm.
So is that if you just
Just
keep
keep going
trying,
on, keep moving forward.
okay, all right. And then number 5, I'm allowed to be a work in progress.
Yeah, I don't like that one.
You don't like that
That
one?
one still feels very like negative. I'm a working
It
pro. No, like
does?
I
Well,
feel like
we're
that
not
would.
perfect.
But why? But saying you're a work in progress to me allows you to continuously feel like you're a work in progress, right? Instead of saying that I am what I want to be, right? I know in reading books like The Secret,
Mhm.
and talking about manifestation and being able to be everything you want to be, right?
Mhm.
Even though we're not there yet, we should always think and feel as if we are, right? So we should always be
Really?
like, okay, I may not be the 5% body fat version of myself that I want to be, right?
Okay.
Physically. But in coming into every situation, I would think of myself as the 5% body fat version of myself. I'd be like, okay, so what would the 5% version of my body fat of Shane do when it comes to eating this meal. All right, is the 5%, if Shane at 5% body fat, am I eating 2 plates or am I eating 1 plate? Right. So the idea is no matter what you're trying to manifest, no matter what you're trying to do, that if you kind of like what she was saying, if you show up every day in the idea and the feeling of the mindset of what you already are, that the universe will undoubtedly align things for you to be the way you want to be. Because our thoughts
That makes my head hurt. Go ahead.
are everything has alignment. Our
Okay.
thoughts and the universe,
Right.
quantum physics have shown how everything has energy. And so if
Yep.
your energy is always on one plane, then everything is going to align for you to be on that one plane. So if you align your energy to the point to where you are always conducting yourself in yourself that you want to be, then you'll eventually be that self. Yeah.
Okay. Well, that makes sense. But I think what this means, saying that you're allowed to be work in progress, is like, it's like apropos for me going to the to the boxing place. Like, I'm not there, but I am, and that's okay. But I can, if I keep showing up and doing the work, then I will be there. Does that not make sense too?
No, because
No.
it feels like you're saying. So I look at it like, okay, let's say you wake up and you don't feel like going
Hmm.
to the gym, and you don't, and you can be like, oh, it's okay, I'm a work in
You
progress.
can't say,
You know
"Oh no, that's not the same."
that that like, see, that's how I took it. As people gonna take it like, oh, well, I don't have to go and do this because I'm a work in progress, right? Like, it's like, no, you can't do that. You gotta move the way you want to move. Uh, to be where you want to be. So like, yeah,
See,
maybe you
I
don't go
don't.
to the gym and
No,
you
I
don't
don't
work
see
out
it
for
as
an
making.
hour, but you work out for 30 minutes like you did. You did something, right? You
I
showed
don't
up.
see it as an excuse though. I don't see it as
Okay.
a I don't see it as an excuse. I see
Okay.
it as like excuse me, like I am working on it. Not that I didn't get up feel like doing it.
Right, 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 right.
Not to give myself a pass, but like, hey, how what did I think was going to happen? I came in here with these people who clearly they all have boxing shoes on, okay?
Right.
This was not their first rodeo, and I'm not going to judge myself against them.
You
I'm going to
can't. You
judge
shouldn't.
myself against me. So, anyway.
I'm gonna be honest
Yep.
with you. I think the gym is probably one of the most non-judgmental places you can ever be, which sounds crazy when you think about it.
Okay.
But everyone in the gym is there because they are not happy with the way they are.
Well,
Everyone
this
in the
is box,
gym.
but these no, this
I
is a
mean, no, it's the
this
same
is a
thing.
no. These want to be they want to be better boxers.
Right. So
Like
they're unhappy. Yeah, they're trying to get better at something. So no
yeah,
one's
right.
judging you at your stage because
Okay.
everyone is trying to get better. Like, that's why I
Okay.
said the gym is non-judgmental, because everyone knows that you're in there to get better or whatever. Right. That's why I feel like people should
I've
never
seen
feel
videos where
self-conscious.
people of people shaming people in the gym, like
I've
fat
never
people
seen
in the
somebody get shamed in the gym
I've
ever.
seen videos where people, cute, skinny girls, have videotaped fat women in the dressing room or working
In the
out and make.
dressing room, that's
Yep.
violation of
Yeah. Oh,
privacy. God
absolutely. This
damn.
completely disgusting. But I have
Yeah,
seen
that is, yeah.
videos of people. There was one girl did it. She was I think she was a trainer. They saw the videos and she got kicked out of her club. But
Ew. Yeah, no,
yeah.
I've never been around those type of that energy. I go to gym at 5 o'clock in the morning. That energy at 5 o'clock in the morning is totally
Yeah,
different.
that's
That
my
five
husband too.
a.m. energy is,
He lets himself in. He's like a key to let himself in. So
yeah.
um but
That was 5.
so that was 5, but you said something to make me think of like if I eat this or whatever. But so I guess we can talk about this later, but let's not forget about Donald Trump and his height and weight.
Oh, well, he called himself. Yeah, I saw that.
Six
Yeah,
three,
six
215
three
pounds.
two
I
fifty.
believed him because I don't know what 215 pound looks like.
Yeah,
I
no,
saw
that's,
Lamar Jackson and
yeah. I mean, 215
and
can look different because The Rock is like 260, right? The Rock is
he's
like 265. Yeah.
is he 6'3" or is he
No, The
taller?
Rock is like 6'4", 6'5". He's tall.
Is he though? Do they have other
Mhm.
people standing on crates around him or something? I don't know.
Probably. I
Uh,
mean, you see the height difference with Kevin Hart all the time.
oh, and he actually, Kevin, my husband said when Kevin Hart's in town, he trains here or with the owner. I was like, okay,
Yeah, The Rock is
okay.
6'5",
I was like, okay, whatever.
6'5",
Um,
260.
yeah. Um, number 6, no matter what happens today, I can face it.
Mm, that's
Okay.
that's
Being
that's
brave.
solid. That's
Yeah.
solid. That's solid.
Yeah. I think because fear, I think a lot of people live in fear
Mm,
and have anxiety. And
Mhm.
like my mom would always say, nobody's shooting you at sunrise. And now say it too to my kids. Nobody, like, you changed your mind, no problem. Nobody's gonna hang
Yep.
you, whatever.
I try to tell my kids that there's a difference between fear and danger. Like you can be aware of danger. You can be
Hmm.
aware that if you speed, you're gonna go crash into something. Or you can be aware if you jump off a building with no parachute,
Right.
that there's danger there. But you don't need to fear it if it's not happening. Like if my 2 feet are if you're in a plane and the plane is flying properly, you should be aware that there's a possibility that something catastrophic could happen to go down. Like that's just being aware of danger. But
Hmm.
you don't need to
It
fear
doesn't
it.
have to cripple you.
Yeah, exactly. You don't have to fear something. Like you can be aware of danger and not fear the danger, whatever. Shout out
Hmm.
to the movie Earth with Will Smith and his son,
Jaden,
Jaden. God damn, forgot
is that
Jaden.
that's an old movie, right?
Yeah, Earth came out probably 10 years ago, whatever.
Oh
But that
yeah,
was
yeah, yeah.
one of the big underlying thoughts in that movie was a lesson he was trying to teach to his son was knowing how to be aware of danger but not feel fear or whatever. It's
Yeah, but that I won't say it's easier said than done, but it just depends on what has happened, what trauma you've experienced.
mhm,
Because like we always say, your brain fills in the gaps. Like the last
right,
time this happened, I passed out.
right.
Or I did this, or I did, So
But you got to
yeah.
retrain your brain
I
though.
watched it was Xanax on Netflix.
Yeah. How was
Did you
that?
um It was good. But it made me feel it made me it made it's about obviously it's about anxiety and
Anxiety.
Xanax,
Yeah.
and and taking those that class of medication. It is highly addictive, Valium,
Hmm.
whatever the name, Xanax, and how, and I won't get into it, I just suggest you guys watch it, but there was a guy who traveled. He traveled and he did public speaking.
Hmm.
Two things that gave him extreme anxiety. Even like, well, and there was a girl who flew all the time, and then nothing happened. She didn't have
Right.
a bad flight, but then she just, just had a hard time. Um, but yeah, it's very interesting, and it's so addictive. I guess, because of the nature of it, it's not meant for long term.
Right.
But
But
yet
people
people take
do.
them every
Oh
day
my God.
because,
Yeah.
but they never said, "Hey, this is not meant for long term." It's supposed to be situational. But then how it becomes addictive is because they say it makes them feel like so calm. It shuts down the receptors. But studies also or there may be some link to Alzheimer's, because when parts of the brains shut off, they atrophy.
That's what I was gonna say. If you don't use a muscle,
You
you
don't.
lose a
Hmm.
muscle. Just like
Yeah.
your brain is a
So
muscle, man. I always tell the kids to practice brain activities. Like I taught them how to like practice the alternating finger thing.
what's that?
So take it your 2 fists,
Uh huh.
put them together,
Yeah.
like there you go, and then point a finger out, thumb up on the opposite hand.
Oh, like this? Oh.
Like face your fists like you're punching them. No,
Yeah.
like facing.
Oh.
There you go. And then
Okay.
point to me and lift up your thumb on the other finger. And
And
now,
then do that. That. Wait a minute.
yeah,
What?
yeah, exactly.
So do
Point your finger with
this,
and then lift up your thumb on the other one. Now close
and
it back,
then,
alternate it.
and you could do that fast?
Yeah.
Okay. All
But
right.
this didn't just like this has been a brain thing I've been doing with myself every day for
Oh my
a
gosh.
while or whatever, because it
Okay.
just creates a new pathway in the brain. Like every time you learn something, you create new pathways and new electrons and new flow in your brain. So you should always do something to stimulate your brain, like learning a language, learning a new
Mhm.
trade, even if something simple like just learning how to
Learning to jump
build a
rope again.
exactly, build a box with like go get a little kit from Lowe's and build a little box, learn how to use a hammer, just do something to continuously stimulate your brain to avoid brain atrophy, like you were talking about.
Did you see when that dude did the Rubik's Cube in what, 3 seconds?
Motherfucker, listen, I can barely form a thought in 3 seconds. This motherfucker did a whole Rubik's cube, like a whole Rubik's cube in
I have
three
never been able to
fucking
do. When I was a
seconds.
kid, I couldn't even do the Rubik's Cube. You could have gave me all of my
I
life.
keep one right here, and I do it periodically.
Can you solve it?
I've solved it once.
And
And that took at least a month, and I'm not ashamed to say it. And then I like broke it down, and then I started looking at YouTube on how to solve them quicker, and been trying. So it's a lot of math. It's like learning. Just you've seen the video. He kind of looked at it,
he did look
and
at it.
he looked at it because you're basically learning you're doing all the turns in your head because there's just a certain amount of turns. Once you pick a face, because the secret to Rubik's Cube is that the middle parts, all the middles
Are
are
the
always
same?
going to be the same. So those
Yeah.
are going to be your face. So your red's always going to be on this side, your blue is going to be on this side, orange on that
Okay.
side, whatever. And it's just a matter of just mastering the combinations to get all the faces together. Yeah, he did that shit in 3 seconds. I'm like, I need you to make it look hard. Make it look, make it.
And make us look less stupid. But
You know who made us all look stupid? Remember the video on the subway of the young black dude dressed up like Goku from Dragon Ball Z, and he had his eyes closed and he solved the Rubik's Cube with one hand. Motherfucker. While listening to
what?
music, he
What's
was
his name?
chilling. I don't know. I'll look it up.
Oh.
I'll look it up.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
He would um you know what? That's funny because a Jeopardy question was it was the answer was somebody was playing chess and they would play chess blindfolded and won. So yeah,
His
that's
name is Sheldon Sirkin.
oh,
Sheldon Sirkin.
that's crazy.
He
Okay.
solved the Rubik's Cube on the subway while just completely relaxed, like with no effort, just something else to do.
Oh, okay. All right. So I think that would. Oh no, there's more. Number 7. I'm going to make today a great day. So I think that's kind of
Yeah, that's pretty solid.
if you're looking forward to something good happening, then you're open to it being a great day. Number 8. I have something important to contribute to the world.
Ooh.
Do you? No, I'm joking.
Yeah, everybody got their own something important.
Yeah, I question that because I thought about that today, like us, like how dare we decide that people need to hear what we have to say?
I mean, why not?
Yeah,
Why not?
but
Like I think one of the things that I've been studying and understanding is that we have to understand, or we have to believe, that we are worthy and worth everything that we want. A lot of times in life, we don't get things that we want because secretly we don't believe we deserve it. We don't believe our voices need to be heard. We don't believe our stories need to be told. We don't believe that people want to hear our advice or whatnot. But when you believe that what you have is actually worth listening to and worth contributing to, and it is going to be contributing to the greater good, I think other people believe it too, right? Like if you don't believe in yourself
yeah,
first, then how other
absolutely,
people gonna believe in you, right?
absolutely.
So I think everyone wants to hear what we got to say, Trish. And people
Okay,
want to hear.
no,
People want to hear what you got to say.
yeah, no, I'm sure. I mean, yeah, I'm sure it's
Yes,
helpful to a lot of people. But
it
I
is.
mean, I have that big. I guess because I won't say I suffer from imposter syndrome, but
That's,
I think that I am very humble. I'm just a very humble person.
ooh, we don't use the word humble in our house.
I'm just
The
I
word
am.
humble is officially banned in our
It
house. Do you know
is.
what? Have you ever looked up the definition of humble?
No, please look it up for us.
I'm gonna tell you
Tell
the
me the
definition of
official
humble. The official definition of
definition.
humble, and why I tell my kids to never use the word humble, is humble, the adjective, having or showing a modest or low estimate of one's own importance.
Oh,
2, a low social, administrative, or political rank. 3, to lower someone in dignity. This is the verb. When you
okay.
lower someone in dignity or importance, or you lower yourself in dignity or importance. When you say I'm gonna humble myself, or I had to humble him. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So
Well, I've been saying. Well, then, yeah.
yeah,
Well,
we don't use the word humble.
humility. Is it better to say humility?
Humility is just another version of humble. I'm like, what are you
Okay.
doing? No,
Well,
it's not. Just who told you you had to be humble, Trish? Who told
nobody.
you
I just,
exactly?
I just
So
feel that
stop it.
I, I'm just not. I'm not a braggart,
You
so
don't have
I
to be
just
a
look at
bragger
the.
to
I
know
look at
that
the
you good.
opposite of being. Like I have no problem letting everybody shine. Everybody can shine. I'm like, okay,
That's no problem.
do
People
you?
shine,
So
celebrating other people's success doesn't mean that you need
yeah.
to
Well,
humble yourself. You can
maybe
be
I do.
great and not talk on it. You can just be great. Just know that you the shit. Like I'm the shit. Know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? I got a banging house, got kids all doing their thing, husband look good running around these streets. I'm sitting here slaying, looking like I'm 32 when I'm really not 32. You know what I'm saying? Like,
75, as my kids like to say.
you can know you the shit without bragging on it. Don't be
Okay.
humble.
Well,
No, we
okay,
don't
I
do
will not be
humble.
humble. Okay.
No,
All right.
no
See,
humble.
look at me learning stuff.